Guys, this is Tauna. Today we're going to be talking about even more Spider-Man reveals. They've revealed Spider-Man, they've revealed Penny Parker, they've got Spider-Pig. They've got a whole bunch of really great cards that I am very, very excited for. I absolutely love Marvel. I know that for some people this is not it and they're not happy about it, but for me, I am incredibly excited about it. So we've got some more cards here. There was one revealed earlier today that I did a video on. These are from the actual set as well, and there's some very important things that we can take from this, as well as a new mechanic. So let's go through. First of all, there's going to be a huge amount of new reveals over the weekend that I am incredibly excited for. From what we've seen today, they're actually going to be able to get the welcome decks at the different, like at San Diego Comic-Con, the welcome decks for the different characters and stuff. So we're going to see a huge amount of new Spider-Man cards. And I'm going to be doing this video as soon as this stuff happens. So that's 12:30 PT. I'm going to be making videos for you guys. And if you do want this instant speed news, just make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the video around, all that kind of stuff. We're trying to hit 25,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We went through a hiccup where we lost our whole channel and everything. So I've made sure that to get it back as fast as possible so I can do this content for you guys. So let's go through. First of all, we have Peter Parker and Amazing Spider-Man. So this is a modal dual face card, which is really incredible to see, which means you can cast it for either of its side. If you want to bring Peter Parker into the field, you can. If you want to bring the Amazing Spider-Man out, you can instead. You can cast it for either of its two sides. On Peter Parker, you've got he's going to, when he enters, create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach. And then you can pay 4/1 and then green, white, blue. So he is a Bant commander if you do use him to transform him. On the other side, he has vigilance and reach. And then each legendary spell you cast that is one or more colors has web slinging green, white, blue. So essentially that is an alternate casting cost. So when you cast a legendary spell, instead of paying its normal mana cost, you can pay green, white, and blue, and then as a part of web slinging, you return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. It doesn't necessarily need to be your tapped creature as long as you control it though. So this is really cool because one, like, you know, you've got the modal stuff. You can play him on either side you want. If you want to run like a Bant legendary base commander, this is going to be a great option there. He is also number 10 in regards to collector number. So he's the 10th card along, which is important when we think about the secondary option here that they show here. So this is the Iconic Moments booster treatment, pulled straight from the comic books. We've got Peter Parker here, where he's getting bitten by the spider for the first time. And then on the other side, you've got the Amazing Spider-Man here cover with Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, using like the classic Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby art here. Now, the important thing to keep in mind here is this is collector number 232, which means that roughly this set is going to have around 220-ish cards. We can devise that because of the fact that this is like the alternate treatment. It's likely the first alternate treatment that's going to be coming up, because I doubt that there's, you know, two alternate treatments, another set of alternate treatments before this, which means that, you know, only around 220 cards, which isn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's still going to be a smaller set, but we're not looking at like, you know, an Aftermath style one. Aftermath had 100 unique cards. This has at least 200. So yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's still going to be a rather small-ish set for it. And I just love this kind of iconic booster fun, like, you know, iconic comic book art. Next up, we've got Spiderman Noir. So if you don't know him, he is a Peter Parker from an alternate universe that's set in like the noir times. And in that universe, he's like an older, more grizzled, you know, spider hero. There's more mysticism. He actually got his powers from a mystic. Anyway, I don't know if anyone actually cares about the background of all these spider heroes, but let me know. So he's mono black. He's got menace. Whenever a creature you attack alone, whenever a creature you control attacks alone, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Then you get to surveil, where X is the number of counters on it. So yeah, surveilling based off of attacking alone is interesting. This works well with Squall as well, because Squall was wanting to attack alone from the Final Fantasy set. It gives it like, what, double strike if they attack alone or something. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting card, and surveil synergy there too. We've got Spiderham, Peter Porker. So this one, so Spiderman Noir is an uncommon. Spiderham is a rare. So when he enters, he's going to create a food token. And then all of your spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizard, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves. Oh, God. Basically, every creature type will all get +1/+1. That's because Peter Porker is a Spider-Man from an alternate universe where it's like animals, right? Like there's all animals there. Notably, it is not the same universe that Howard the Duck comes from. This is a separate universe. So yeah, we got like a whole, like you just got to work well with a whole bunch of little critters. That's interesting. Like, yeah, that's fun. We've got Spider-Man 2099, so he's a rare. Miguel O'Hara's from the future injects himself with a Spider-Man serum. However, he is more spider-like. He actually has venomous fangs and stuff as well. So you can't cast him on your first, second, or third turn of the game. He has double strike and vigilance. And then at the beginning of your end step, if you've played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, he deals damage equal to his power to any target. So kind of like that, like playing from exile, like the passionate archaeologist kind of effect. However, it doesn't even need to be from like necessarily exile. It can be played from the top of your library or anything, and only if you've cast one. You just need to cast one thing, not from your hand there. He only deals up to 1 damage as well. Like, that's not great unless you're kind of purely buffing him up, which becomes a lot more interesting then. We've also got Spider, piloted by Penny. So this is from another alternate universe. Penny Parker is adopted by the Parkers. She has a spider that she is mentally bonded to, like an actual spider that she's mentally bonded to, and that spider then pilots the mech and goes into the mech alongside Penny. So she has vigilance, also created by Gerard Way, the lead singer from My Chemical Romance. Anyway. So she has vigilance. Whenever Spider enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So we're going to be, drawing cards from her, whenever you have something that's got an equipment, an aura, or any +1/+1 counters. So likely kind of +1/+1 counters going to feature very heavily here. There's a whole bunch of artifacts as well from Final Fantasy, like equipments and stuff that you could use there. So also note here that Spider-Man 2099 is currently the latest in regards to collector number that we've got, 150. So that's kind of where we're looking at. Very likely from beyond there, we get to that like 200-ish. Because after that, we've got artifacts and we've got lands and stuff and other multicolored cards. So what does this tell us? Web slinging is kind of like Prowl or alternate cost, but you need to return something to your hand. New mechanic. Spider-Man 2099 is number 150. For comparison, Squall, who is the closest in regards to alphabetized in multicolored cards, he was 243. So there's around 100 less cards than a normal set based off of that. So it's definitely a smaller card set, likely around that 200 mark with artifacts, lands, and the rest of the multicolored cards. There's modal dual face cards, modal double face cards, which, we haven't seen for a while, and it's really good to see. I really love double-sided cards, especially as commanders, because you can cast them for either of your side depending on what you want at the time. And yeah, that also means that both Avatar: The Last Airbender and Spider-Man will both have double-sided cards. So it's like 2 sets from this year. So did Final Fantasy, actually. So that's 3 sets this year that all had double-sided cards, because TDM didn't and Aether Drift didn't. So yeah, that's a lot of double-sided cards this time. We've got Legendary Matters, potentially part of the set. That Peter Parker cares about Legendary Matters. There's going to be a whole bunch of different legendary spider heroes and stuff. We'll have to see as to how it kind of shapes up from there, but at least there's going to be some subsection of Legendary Matters potentially. And then finally, modified creatures, likely Azorius in regards to like their draft thematic, at least, because this is likely the card that cares about, like, very similar to what that well, color combination wants to do. Like the gold kind of banner for it. So modified creatures, yeah, caring about that for Azorius. So after I publish this video, I'm going to be doing up a stream, streaming the Edge of Eternity stuff as well. So make sure you come along to that. I should be live right now as soon as you're seeing this, unless it's been, too long, in which case you should have been here earlier. But if you want to see some Edge of Eternity stuff, make sure you come over to the live channel and stuff. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Let me know what you think of these cards. Catch you later.